Cable TV. Today's video, we're gonna waste no time. Topic of discussion: Young Thug, Gunna, YSL Woody. If you're here for that, you may want to stick around to the end of this video. You may have seen a lot of other videos from other content creators about this same topic, but you've never seen my video. Check it out, Cable TV. So, we seen Young Thug on Big Bank Black's podcast, and you heard me right, Big Bank Black. If you know, duct tape ENT. If you know, you know. Shout out Alley Boy. Rest in peace to Trouble. Legendary crew out of Atlanta and rap label. It's good to see Big Bank taking his career in the industry to the level it's at. It's dope to see. Big Bank even lost weight. He's punctual. He's a interviewer now. Dope evolution of Big Bank Black. I think he just goes by Big Bank now. Crazy. But Thug sat down with Big Bank. You know why? Because Big Bank is OG in Atlanta. There was also a guy back in the day, Future's OG. He, rest in peace, was murdered. He was an OG to a few cats in Atlanta, Scooter as well. He was killed, I believe, in his Maybach driving on the highway in Atlanta. Yeah. I think his name was Double D, OG Double D. Correct me if I'm wrong, out of Atlanta. Free bands. Feel me? So there's been a lot of big OGs in the game. Big Bank, he was kind of like OG Double D in a sense. But now he's an interviewer doing his thing. So it's fire. Thug went and sat down with the big homie. He ain't sat down with no chump. He sat down with Big Bank. So I already knew, okay, yeah, if he gonna go talk his truth, who else better to do it with? Big Bank. Thug spilled it all. What y'all thought, man? Thug, one of these new school type of dudes, he gonna be keeping everything hush hush? No. For a lot of people that don't know, if you grew up in the early 2010s, gossiping on the phone ain't nothing new, bruh. Niggas talking about other niggas chatting about shit. That's what we call it, chatting. Niggas chatting. That's all Thug was doing, was chatting. Now, he was on the phone with Savage. Savage is smart. Savage know he being recorded. Thug don't give a damn. There's two sides to every friend. Listen to that conversation. There's always that one friend who's on the turn up, don't give a F. And then there's the one friend who's more like, yeah, you know, I hear you, but you could, maybe do things a little different. That's one of those situations. Good classic friend. Savage don't agree with everything Thug said, but he hear you. That's why Thug keeps Savage around, because real dudes know real dudes. We will always check each other if need be. So hearing that conversation between Savage and Thug, I said, okay, they gossiping. They talking about Future. They talking about this person, that person. It's hip hop. That's what they gonna do. They gonna talk about their peers. You go to work. What people do at work, they talk about their peers. They ain't talking about people outside. They ain't talking about people in the street. They ain't talking about the guy at the corner store. No, they gonna talk about the person 2 desks down from them. The janitor who didn't clean the bathroom. The boss upstairs who didn't do this, didn't give you a day's off. You gonna talk about your peers, your immediate peers. That's who Thug was talking about, his immediate peers. Future, Gunna, Baby, people that he's always around. His niggas, who you always around. Now, with Ralo, him and Ralo, that's old beef in Atlanta. If you know, you know. Thug and Ralo, they never really got along. Thug even tried to low-key bury the beef, and Ralo kind of just turned the flame on the beef and cooked it, if you peep what I'm trying to convey. Thug low-key tried to say in the end of the interview, I don't really want to beef with Ralo no more, because it go further than hip-hop, because there's other parties involved, which is the homies, and they're not hip-hop, they just the homies, and you don't want to see no loss on each side with you guys being such big artists, and they understand that. So I think Thug more want to just move forward because he understands now the game has changed. People are not the same as they once were. Back in the day, people were more loyal. He was expecting loyalty out of Gunna like somebody back in the day of a Maserati Fox was to G-Unit. You're not going to get a Maserati Fox in this day and age. If you know, you know. Hit the like button. Hit the subscribe button. You feel me? You're not going to get a person that's going to ride, who's down for the team, down for the kill, allegedly, down for to do the jail time. Look at Casanova. Casanova's sitting up. Why? Because he didn't tell on his OG. That's why he good. Cass is sitting up. You ain't hearing no problems with Cass. You ain't gonna hear no problems. Why? He kept his mouth closed and he gonna sit and do that time even though he didn't do the crime. Why? Because he's a part of it. That's how this worked. Now, Thug was saying the same thing about Gunna. The fact that, yeah, you're a part of YSL, but he kept him on the music side. AKA, you're not in the mix, bro. You don't know the mandem. You don't know the demons, as the kids would say. You don't know the mandem who really doing the things. You don't know these people. You're just my artist. You're the guy I put money into to get money out. If you could peep what Thug is saying, you're not the guy I'm putting, yo, go do this, go do that. That's not you. So how would you even know these people? And when the court system asks you if it's a gang, you say, I felt Thug. I understood. I said, yeah, I get that. Yeah, I definitely get that. Because you're not really a part of the street activity. You're a part of the music money activity. So why would you say you have involvement or know of involvement when you're not involved? I understood Thug on that. And he was expecting Gunna to keep it solid. But what did Savage say? He ain't want to go back to jail, bro. You see, Savage ain't know Gunna did prison time. Thug like, yeah, that nigga did prison time. I said, oh, man, see, your homies don't be knowing. So Savage is like, so why he ain't keep it? Savage was like, oh, man, he just basically a bitch ass nigga. Niggas know, like, bro, you was not supposed to say nothing. You was supposed to keep it low, let it ride, whatever. Look at Woody. At least Woody out, but, you know, people call Woody a snitch, but it's crazy, man. Even with YSL Woody, it's ridiculous. All this stuff is coming out. It goes to show you the gang is falling apart. And I think even Thug realized this shit don't make no sense no more. Look at yfnlucci. Lucci got out and him and his niggas is all good. They ain't going through none of this drama. I know Lucci be sitting back looking like, what the hell they got going on over there at YSL? Lucci and YSL had beef. If you know, you know. Look at Lucci's side, though. Cooling. Thug and them falling apart. Falling apart. Thug said, Gunna trying to get back home to that girl. CIB. So you will be in a situation with someone, and in your mind, you're thinking, nah, man, they gonna stay solid if things go down. And when things go down, they really just want to get back to what they got going on. So what's that say? Protect your neck, protect your chest. You got to protect yourself, man. Stay wise. I think Thug came out of prison and he realized the game has changed on the street level. Individuals are not looking out for other individuals as they once did. It's more like a every man for theyself kind of vibe. It really shouldn't be like that, but that's kind of the vibe. I think even Thug has realized he's looking out for more people that's not really looking out for him. Tell me what y'all think in the comment section. Cable TV. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one.